Hello guys, just wanted to put a real quick update. What we've been doing as FPX since the season started. As you know, we don't play ESL Pro League as we failed to qualify there, but it doesn't mean we're obviously not doing our best to be better, and we decided to have a bootcamp straight away after we end our players break a little bit early. We're here in Serbia, in Belgrade. We're using Relog Media facilities, and some other teams are using it as well in the meantime while we're here, like such as Complexity, Imperial Team, Gorillas. Yeah, we've been having a good time here. There's a pretty good facility for us to bootcamp on, and it's really productive so far.
Go brave, don't peek.
Two nades out.
Be closer. We can double click it maybe. On the left.
Try to set up as soon as possible.
Ready?
Good.
I'm in the smokes.
Do you want failed smoke?
Yeah, no, yeah, failed smoke, fast.
Okay. We're ready. I'm ready.
Go.
Let's go.
Failing it.
Nice. Tetris dead. Heaven. Dead. Whoa. Nice. I'm planting. I have main. Nice.
We're obviously trying to work on our map pool and prepare for the next tournaments that are awaiting us, but more on that later. And yeah, first week was kind of rough. We were just getting back into the shape individually and team-wise as well, since obviously after 1 week, 1 month break, it can get a little bit, dicey on the server and off the server as well. We set clear goals, what we want to work on during this bootcamp together with our manager. We set up certain routines to help us with that, but we were not really able to get used to it at first. But right now, as we approach the second half of the bootcamp, I feel much more comfortable, honestly, with us being better and increasing our form.
Chopper was bit. Chopper still bit.
Where?
Dead.
Wavy 2. I killed Graveyard.
I'm holding long a bit from apps. Close long.
We were plateauing definitely last week a lot, and it caused a little bit of a frustration, but I think we worked through that pretty well together with our coach and analyst who did some mental coaching stuff as well. So we were on the same page on that matter, but we still feel like we have a lot of work to do. There are certain teams that we just struggle against on practice, and we're trying our best to just get used to it and not to be so uncomfortable against them on the official games when it arrives.
Take me.
He's still there, yeah.
Z dead.
Nice. Can we go out with?
Yes.
I'm flashing above mid. Boom.
I should be clear. Yes, we should.
Splitting A. I can do
Yeah.
Nico smoke then.
You will do it. And we will go through heaven.
I'm doing Nico smoke and I'm going main. Okay.
Right.
Patience, boys.
I'm going main.
Don't stress.
I will clear.
Hey, man, dead.
Nice. One
Nice.
A only.
Yeah,
Take
he
ring.
should be CT or
Take A
temple.
with, take her ring with me.
I'm flashing over A.
He's not ring, I think.
Boom.
Few bomb.
Temple.
So I could aim.
Temple.
Of course. On the right
Hold
of
it.
Right,
Temple
right.
dead. Temple dead. I'm holding CT.
I'll take one.
I'm Olo Ivy.
Ivy 1.
I'm Olo, don't please.
Yeah.
We have temple much?
I have Brocky. One temple.
I have Ivy.
One temple. I have Brocky.
Ivy and
Ivy.
temple.
That.
Last temple.
Can go Ivy.
Yeah.
I'm Brocky.
I'm jiggling once. Nice.
I'm pretty sure you guys probably are curious about how actual bootcamp works, but for the most part you're probably as well interested about how our actual schedule looks, and I don't want to leak anything that which teams we're playing and or which maps those teams are playing against us. Not for the fact that we would be uncomfortable with it, but those teams I can't go to each and every of them to say, hey, can I put this in a video and stuff like that. So I'm just gonna cross out or blur out the team names that we were actually practicing, but just to have a gist of it, this is our schedule. This is how it looks. We're trying to play as much as possible, but at the same time we don't want to overdo it. So this is our team schedule, and we start our theory at 10 AM. So for example, for me personally, I wake up like 8 AM. I do my morning routine, you know, have a breakfast. Some of us skip the breakfast, and we just gather at PC at like 9:30 to 10 a.m. and that's where our theory starts. We have it for 2 hours, sometimes 3 hours, depending on how much stuff we gotta work on. And during the theory, we try to fit in some meal that is for the practice as well. So our first practice of the day is usually at 1 p.m. and we have 3 straight scrims in a row that we are trying to play on the 2 maps. One of the 2 maps that we set for that day, and we're trying to basically implement what we learned or we discussed during the theory. Then we have a quick break, which is 1 hour. We have that time to get additional food if someone's hungry, or just to chill and relax and refocus for the next 3 hours, because there's going to be straight scrims right away. Just for you guys know, the scrims are lasting 1 hour pretty much all the time, sometimes even more, just because it's a full 30 rounds being played, so it's like it doesn't end with 16-5 scoreline. We just play until the 30 rounds are being played, so it might as well end right, you know, 25-5, 27-3, whatever. If you're being just dominating your opponent, it might go that way or the other way around. Sometimes happens to us even. And yeah, we have 3 straight practices after the theory and the break theory, basically, that divides our day into 2 halves. And yeah, as I said before, we are trying to focus on 2 maps each day. We don't want to overdo it, to not you know, mishmash our theory too much, because it's really hard to remember all the stuff that we go over the first in the morning during the theory. And we're brainstorming most of the times. Then we have some set stuff that we copy from other teams or was used against us in the actual scrim before, so it worked really well against us, or it surprised us. So we want to, you know, adjust it to our playstyle a little bit, and this is how the, you know, our playbook and strat book gets deeper and deeper. So this is pretty much how every team does it. So.
Nice. Jesus Christ.
I need flash, That one. I'm going back. One more. Good smoke. I'm holding GS.
One, I think.
Good brain. It's out there. Dead. Carrot.
We usually go for a team dinner somewhere around the hotel. There's pretty good places around and affordable, always open, pretty good food as well here in Serbia, so props to them. Yeah, we usually just talk throughout the whole dinner what happened during the day, what we need to work on. We have little notes that we want to, what certain things we want to add for the date after. So we already come to the morning theory prepared what we want to work on, so we don't just mindlessly, you know, just no clip around the server and do nothing. But we already have some kind of structure prepared, that we're missing certain strats in our playbook, and or we're having terrible success on certain strats, so we want to either scratch that or bring a completely new one, or tweak it a little bit, so we have something more to work on. This is the endless process that every team goes through, by the way. Even if you're the best team in the world, you have to innovate stuff and implement new stuff or tweak it a little bit, because you don't want to become readable. It might cost you a spot in the tournament or important round, and eventually tournament run. This is something that every CS Pro player or any player in any game, in any sport, will have to do. Even if you're the best, you have to just be better. Otherwise people will catch up on and surpass you, and you don't even know how. And yeah, after dinner we usually, you know, have a beer and talk over stuff, and after that we have finally free time, which is like, by the time it's like 10 p.m. and yeah, I said before the bootcamp that I might stream during the bootcamp because I want to put as much hours in as possible, but it's just physically impossible. I usually just after dinner, after this 2 hours talk that we have in the restaurant, I'm just going straight to my room, you know, and I fall asleep within seconds. So this is one of the things that this is really tough for the schedule, and it might not look like that. Like we have 3 set of practices straight away. It's like 6 games per day, and you might yourself play 6 faces per day, right? But you have to understand that these the teams we're playing against, you have to be in your best shape possible. You have to be focused during every round, every situation. Even if you're dead, you have to come for your teammates sometimes, and you have to just be ready for everything to make it as productive as possible, right? Yeah, it's really mentally draining, and I can't really explain how, because I know people who are watching this video probably weren't in the shoes yet, that they were pro players before. But some of them who you are watching to this video and you were a pro player or still are, you know exactly what I'm talking about. You're just mentally drained, and yeah, even though you're sitting at a PC the whole day, I guess, but yeah, you're not doing that really.
Be close. We're boosting. Do that.
Nice. One more was there.
This is the bootcamp schedule. We were here for 2 weeks, as I said, and we have just 1 day as a free day to divide first week and second week, and we just passed it, so I'm refreshed for the second week, and let's see how it goes. Follow me on my social media, either Instagram or Twitter, and I might put some pictures here and there. On Instagram mostly, and Insta stories. I will create a highlight just from this bootcamp so you can see how it actually went. Some nice AMA was being created. We had a media day as well, so there are some pictures from there. You get to know our team a little bit better, I guess, so yeah, why not? So this is for the bootcamp, and right after we end it, we come home, and you might think that we might right away relax after the hectic bootcamp or tough bootcamp. But the reality is we have just 1 day off after travel day, and then we're back into our old routes, which is our online schedule, which we use when we are all home, and that is a little bit less extensive or intense on ourselves, but still is pretty hard for the most part. And we have only a few days before we get into the tournament, which I'm not going to reveal yet. I don't know at the time of this video if it goes live, if it's already public. I might spoil it, so I'm not going to say it. And yeah, there were some unfortunate scenarios here and there. Maybe you will see on my pictures that we're missing 1 player, which is not here. It's super unfortunate. 1 day before we were supposed to leave for the tournament, he got the result positive on COVID test. So he wasn't able to travel with us, and it's really unfortunate situation. I mean, the bootcamp is the reason why we all meet after such a long time. Madden and Farlik were playing together for like over 1 year. They haven't seen each other because of pandemic. So this is really a first team bootcamp, or was supposed to be the first team bootcamp where everyone meets, including our coach, including our manager. But you know, the situation is unavoidable, and we couldn't do much about it. So one of our players stayed home, and he's practicing with us from his apartment, and there's not much we can do about it. We're trying to make it as productive as possible anyway. It's very important for us because we don't have many opportunities to do these things as an international team, so we can't use facilities or offices in our city or our country, because everyone is spread around the whole Europe. So for international teams it might be a little bit difficult to deal with stuff like bootcamp. Thanks for watching. I'll update you soon how it goes. Wish us luck. Yeah, this is gonna be fun.